you have opinions, or are you just reacting to what you've been shown? Before you reach a conclusion, the environment you're thinking in has already been shaped. We like to believe we reason independently, but the real question is, where did the material you're thinking with come from? Social media isn't neutral. It's a curated architecture. It doesn't just show reality, it ranks it and filters it. At a Harvard law discussion, Tristan Harris put it bluntly, if you want attention or influence today, you have to appeal to the algorithm. Even your reaction to that statement is part of the point. Some people hear Harvard law and trust it. Others hear it and dismiss it instantly. So our environments don't just give us facts. They teach us who to trust. This is Eli Pariser's filter bubble, but expanded. It's no longer just information being filtered, it's importance. What shows up constantly feels central. What gets repeated feels normal. What disappears feels irrelevant. The research here is nuanced. These systems don't invent belief out of nowhere. They scale what's already there. A Yale reflection on polarization notes, in moments of uncertainty, people scroll more. And that's when platforms feed them what keeps them engaged. A 2026 Nature study even found that changing what people see can shift political attitudes over time. The system doesn't need to brainwash you. It just needs to decide what gets repeated. But this isn't just bottom-up. There are top-down forces at play. In manufacturing consent, Noam Chomsky and Edward Herman argued that media structures reality through ownership and political alignment. And today, that logic is merged with the algorithm. We see this in how audiences are shifting. As Joshua Citarella points out, younger people aren't getting news from traditional news outlets anymore. They're getting it from influencers. They're channeled. And you can see this clearly in how the war in Iran is being understood right now. Roughly half of Americans oppose military action, but among Republicans, support jumps to around 90%. And among those supporters, over 90% expect a US victory. But winning isn't a feeling. It has conditions. Strategic control. Political outcomes, clear weakening of your opponent. And right now, those conditions aren't clearly being met. Iran's core objective is to remain intact and maintain deterrence, including leverage over the Strait of Hormuz. By that standard, they have largely held their position. Meanwhile, US goals, like regime change or decisive control, haven't materialized. The war is unstable, unresolved, and yet expectations of victory remain high. So this isn't just disagreement. It's a gap between perceptions and conditions. The question isn't just what people believe, it's what conditions they're using to decide what's true. And those conditions are shaped by the systems they're re-embedded in. So yes, you have opinions, but they're formed inside an architecture that dictates what's visible and what feels normal, which means independent thinking is often happening inside a reality that you didn't choose.